Hello, good evening students. Today we have to discuss the last concept of DC motor characteristics. DC motor characteristics are three types. Before going to different types of characteristics, these characteristics are very important to select the motor for particular application, and it is also very important to select the consumers for their particular applications. So, it gives the relation between different parameters. If one parameter is varying, another parameter how it performs, it gives the idea. So, number one, torque versus armature current characteristics. It gives the relation between torque and armature current parameters. So, it is also known as one of electrical characteristics. Number two, speed versus armature current. The name itself gives the variation of speed with respect to armature current in a motor. Number three, speed versus torque. If the torque changes, how the speed varies. This characteristic also known as mechanical characteristics, because torque developed, it is concerned to mechanical, so it is also referred as mechanical characteristics. This characteristics provides the relation between speed and torque. We have to discuss these three characteristics for both series motor as well as shunt motor. Number one, series motor. Already we are knowing that in series motor, the field winding is connected in series with the armature winding. In this series motor, all currents are equal: total current, series current, armature current. So, in general condition, torque developed in a motor is given by torque is proportional to flux and Ia in general expression. But in series motor, the field winding carries the armature current, hence flux is proportional to Ia below the saturation point. Hence, this above equation becomes Ta proportional to Ia into Ia. Hence, finally, Ta is proportional to Ia square. That means, below the saturation point, as the increase of load, as the increase of armature current, torque develops is square of the armature current. Hence, it is a non-linear part of the graph. So, it is also known as, it behaves like in a parabolic manner. So, it is represented from O to A. A is your saturation point. After the saturation point, the flux is independent. The flux developed is independent from armature current. Hence, again above equation becomes torque is proportional to Ia. Torque is proportional to Ia. Now, this part of the graph is linear. It is observed from A to B. It is linear part. Similarly, we have to plot the graph of torque developed at shaft. It is known as shaft torque. It is slightly less than armature torque as shown in figure. Number two, speed versus armature current characteristics. In general, the speed of the motor is directly proportional to back EMF and inversely proportional to flux. In ideal condition, the variation of back EMF is negligible. Hence, in ideal condition, speed of the motor inversely proportional to flux. Hence, as the armature current increases, as the load increases, armature current increases. As the armature current increases, flux increases. As the flux increases, speed of the motor decreases because it is inversely proportional. as shown in the graph. If the armature current is very low, then motor runs at very high dangerous speed. From this characteristics, it is observed that always series motor should be started with some load condition, or the series motor should not be started without any load condition. Some load should be there at the starting moment. Number 3, speed versus torque characteristics. The name itself implies this characteristics gives the relation between speed of the motor and torque developed in the motor. It is observed that again speed of the motor is directly proportional to EB and inversely proportional to flux. As the load increases, armature current drawn by the motor increases. As the armature current drawn by the motor increases, torque developed by the motor also increases. Hence, in this condition, as the armature current increases, flux also increases. As the flux increases, speed decreases. It is also one of the idea as shown in the graph. Number 2, DC shunt motor. In DC shunt motor, the field winding is connected across the armature. Hence, rated voltage is applied across the field winding. Here the applied voltage remains constant. Similarly, flux also remains constant for all loads. It gives the relation between torque developed in the armature versus armature current. Already we are knowing torque developed in the motor is proportional to flux into Ia, general condition. In DC shunt motor, the flux remains same for no load to full load. Hence, torque is mainly depends upon armature current. There is flux remains constant. Hence, as the mechanical load increases, armature current of the motor drawn by the motor increases. As the armature current increases, torque also increases in linear as shown in the graph. From this characteristic, it is also clear that this shunt motor can be started without any load condition. Number 2, speed versus armature current characteristics. This characteristic provides the relation between speed and armature current of motor. In general, speed depends on back EMF and inversely flux, general expression. Again, the flux is constant. The flux is constant from no load to full load. Hence, speed directly proportional to back EMF. Speed directly proportional to back EMF. In ideal condition, this motor should be treated as a constant speed motor. In ideal condition, this motor is considered as one of the constant speed motor. As the load increases on the motor, armature current drawn by the motor also increases. As the armature current drawn by the motor increases, back EMF decreases. This is practical condition. This part is observed from A to C. From A to B, it is ideal condition. That means variation of EB is neglected. Variation of back EMF is neglected. Hence, speed remains constant. Hence, this motor can be used for a constant speed industrial applications where the DC motor is required. Last, number 3, speed versus torque characteristic. The name itself implies this characteristic provides the relation between speed of the motor and the torque developed by the motor. Already we are knowing torque developed by the motor is proportional to flux and Ia. Flux and Ia. As the armature current increases, the back EMF decreases. Back EMF decreases from the following expression: Ia equal to V minus Eb by Ra. As the armature current increases, corresponding torque also increases. From the above equation, it is clear that as the armature current increases, back EMF decreases. As the back EMF decreases, speed of the motor also decreases, because back EMF is directly proportional to speed. Hence, as the armature current increases, the speed of the motor decreases as shown in the graph. Thank you, sirs.